I'm going to show y'all more or less how Ness created the beat for KMT by Drake by sampling His World from Sonic 06. Keep in mind, there are way better tutorials out there. I'm not a music producer by any means, but this is actually really easy to do. So the DAW that I'm using today is Reaper. This is actually a free audio recording software that anybody could download. Over here in the corner, I got the BPM set to 178. As you can see, I already got the audio loaded in. Just in case you never heard His World before, this is what it sounds like. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna lower the BPM to 120, right? And then over here, you're gonna click on the audio, just double click it. From what I've researched, it looks like Ness pitched the song down 2 semitones, and then he pitched it down again another octave. Now, an octave is 12 semitones, so that means you're gonna pitch this down 14 semitones. And then all you're gonna do is just hit apply and then hit OK. It should sound like this. So that sounds a little more like KMT. Now, what you gotta do is arguably the hardest part of this tutorial. You're gonna have to chop up your audio. Basically, every strike in the song is where they added a chop. So like, right there would be one, maybe like, I'm not gonna bore y'all with chopping it live on camera right now. I'm actually gonna do it off camera and I'm gonna come back in a second. Okay, so as you can see right here, I already got the audio all nice and chopped up. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that this is muted. Now, keep in mind, I'm not the producer of this song. I'm not Drake. I'm not Ness. I'm not any of those guys. So this is gonna sound a little rough compared to the final version. For me at least, 120 still sounds a little slow, so I decided to bump up the BPM to about 139. So hopefully that clears the air a little bit. A lot of you guys came forward and told me that y'all couldn't hear any similarities between the two songs, and some of y'all were kind of skeptical if His World was even sampled or not. Some of y'all probably misinterpreted what I was saying. I never once said that both songs sounded similar or even the same. I simply said that His World was just sampled to create the beat. And I wouldn't doubt if some of y'all are under the impression that sampling is just taking an original piece of music and throwing trap drums over it. And to an extent, yes, that does actually happen, but there are producers that really know how to flip their samples to the point where you can't even tell what the original sample even was. For example, Discovery, the Daft Punk record. Listen to that thing beginning to end. There's all kinds of samples in there from artists that you probably never even heard of. Now, just because I'm really petty, here is KMT by Drake, pitched up 14 semitones and sped up slightly. If you listen to it side by side with His World, it does sound extremely similar.